Hey guys, I had an idea to make a section on our YouTube to have a bunch of short videos on some of my favorite markets. Lots of people are brand new to gold making and just have no idea where to start. So these videos will give you some ideas of some great markets that you should go and check out on your server. Even if you are a more experienced gold maker, you might have overlooked these markets. Just a heads up though, goblins like to protect their territory, so don't be surprised if the markets covered in these videos get tanked briefly. They will recover, be persistent, and keep checking back on these markets. Today the topic I want to cover is Eternals. You can buy as many Eternals as you want from a vendor in Old Dalaran, so if you ever see any Eternal on your auction house over 60 to 75 gold each, you can make gold in this market. The only trick is you have to buy the frozen orbs first. One frozen orb equals one Eternal of any kind. So the Alliance vendor for frozen orbs is here, and the Horde vendor for frozen orbs is here. This is Old Dalaran, remember. When you get to the vendor, the price you pay for these orbs will depend on your rep or race. Worst case scenario, you are paying 75 gold for your orbs. Ideally, you want to get your price down to 60 gold. To do that, you have to get your rep up on one of your tunes to exalt it. If you've already done that on one of your tunes, just go buy the orbs on that tune. If not, figure out which tune has the highest rep and go do those Argent Tournament dailies. It takes just under a month to get exalted from neutral. If you happen to be Horde and happen to have access to a Goblin tune, you automatically get the Exalted Rep discount. So if you don't have any rep, your frozen orbs will be 75 gold. If you're friendly, you'll get them a little cheaper, 71.25 gold. Honored, 67.5 gold. Revered, 63.75 gold. And Exalted, you're going to get them the cheapest at 60 gold, which is the same price you get them if you happen to have a Goblin. Now after you've bought some orbs, just head over to this NPC and buy any Eternals that are on the auction house above the price you bought the orbs for. Generally speaking, the fires will always be your best bet. Sometimes you can make some profit with the other Eternals, but none are as good as the fire. Definitely sell any that are profitable. I've never ever bought the Earth though, so most likely you'll want to avoid that one. If you're using TSM, you can just hover your mouse over the Eternals on the vendor to find out DB Market and DB Min buyout on your server. So now you're asking, well, why are people still buying these Eternals? What are they used for? This is really old content stuff. Well, I'm not going to cover all the options, but just have a look at the profits associated with the things I can craft with Eternals on my leatherworking profession. So all of these items here are things I can craft with various types of Eternals, and all of the green numbers are all the profits that are associated with them. So very profitable items here just for leatherworking. And this is what tailoring looks like. And this is what blacksmithing looks like. Keep in mind, you might be able to grab up tons of cheap frozen orbs from the auction house under 60 gold during time walking for Lich King. So anytime that's up, clean out the auction house of cheap frozen orbs. You can even try reselling frozen orbs on the auction house above your vendor price. You can even have a look at the crystallized versions of the Eternals on the auction house, as they are usually cheap but in small supply. 10 crystallized versions will make an Eternal. This is not necessary, however, just something to consider. And here's a quick look at my Eternal sales over the last 30 days. I've sold 832 Eternal Fires, which is 60,000 gold profit in a month just from fires. Sure, this isn't going to make you rich, but once you get your hands in a few of these markets, your gold will start climbing really fast. For any of you guys using TSM, here's a quick and simple operation for selling them. So just put in the price you are paying at the vendor for the orb here for minimum price. So if you're paying 75 gold, you can put in 75 here. Make sure you divide by 0.95 to take into account the auction house cut. Now if you're getting your orbs at 60 gold, then you could put 60 gold in here. Now you can use fixed prices like this if you want, or you could throw in 80 or 90% DB market here and 150% DB market here. It's totally up to you. It's your personal preference. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys find this series helpful. Thanks for watching and see you next time.